Greetings to all of you, my dear sisters and brothers and my dear friends, and all of you are welcome to my new broadcasting, A Prosperous Soul. This is your pastor, Yeri. Today we're going to talk about agreement. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers, and I will say sisters, to dwell together in unity. For there the Lord commanded a blessing, life forevermore. There is multiplied power and effectiveness when we come together in the place of agreement. Psalm 133 reminds us that there is actually a blessing commanded upon unity. This is the expression of relational prosperity. A people who gather around their agreements, place their disagreements onto the side, and move forward to produce change in the world. Jesus recognized the power of agreement, as he stated, "I say to you that if two of you agree on earth concerning anything that they ask, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them." Matthew 18 verses 19 to 20. Agreement seems to be a starting place for the impossible to come to pass in our lives. Jesus did not add qualifiers. He said that his Father will move on behalf of those who stand in agreement concerning anything. Even those who were trying to build the Tower of Babel in Genesis 11 exhibited a measure of agreements that caught God's attention. Though their desire was wrong, believing that a structure formed by human hands could reach God, their agreement was still powerful. In fact, God responded to their efforts by observing. Indeed, the people are one and they all have one language. And this is what they began to do. Now, nothing that they propose to do the will be withheld from them. The key phrase being, the people are one. This encapsulated the essence of agreement. Agreement is not casual or flippant. For a people to come together with a vision of building a tower into the heavens, there needed to be a strong bond of agreement gluing their efforts together. Undoubtedly, there were days when they questioned their decisions. At other times, hands would get weak and legs would grow tired. There had to be the constant temptation to give up and go home and this massive building project. But not so. Though the act was frowned upon by God, the example of unity has made to teach us. Heaven responds to our agreements on earth as it is described. This demonstration of agreement is the bonding together of two hearts for or against something, issuing a yes or no on the earth that will resound in the halls of heaven. It demands tenacity. It requires a relentless spirit. Hard times do not provoke those in agreement to give up. Rather, difficulty fuels their resolve to keep pressing on in spite of opposition. The ties that bind in agreement are strong. Intimacy, genuine concern, love, oneness, a vision. Just take the example of Babel and apply it to the church. Just imagine if the Church of Christ gathered together, functioning in that dimension of unity. We would be a force on the earth that would be demolishing darkness left and right. Our yes and our no would literally shift things in the earth realm because we all stood as one in the Spirit. The result of this unity is nothing short of transformational. Relationships bound together by agreement produce change in the heart, starting from our average, everyday decisions to influences law and governmental policy at a natural level. Agreement is a powerful force fueled by relationships. The stronger our relationships with each other is, the more powerful our agreement. The more powerful our agreement, the more impossibilities will turn around and heaven's agenda will advance in our midst. I'll give you my reflection questions. Why do you think healthy relationships are important to maintain agreement? Another one. How can our agreement survive even in the midst of opposition and difficulty when our relationships are prosperous? Another one. In what ways do you need a greater level of agreement in your current associations? And here are my action steps. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Consider relationships where increased unity and agreement will produce greater transformation. In your place of work, church, volunteer work, family, and etc. Write down the top 3 and be intentional about cultivating unity in these contexts. I encourage you to do that and use that example, indeed, of the Tower of Babel. Trust in the Lord and don't lean on your own understanding. Build on strong relationships with the love and compassion and insight and knowledge and wisdom from the Holy Spirit. We need relationships. We need unity. We need agreements. Let your yes be yes, and your no, no. Even you feel they put fire on your feet. Blessings to all of you, my dear ones. This is your Pastor Yeti. I love you guys. Bye.